Hi, this is Alan Beaulieu, President of ITR Economics, and welcome to today's Trends Talk. I want to talk to you about NAFTA 2.0, otherwise known as USMCA, depending on what country you're from, the US-Mexico-Canada agreement that replaces the 26-year-old NAFTA agreement. I get the question a lot, is this good for the United States? And the answer is yes, it is good for the United States. It's good for Canada, it's good for Mexico, it's good for the three nations together as we form an ever stronger North American economy. Our economy together is world leading. We dominate, and we have lots of resources and abilities. We have access to labor and physical resources. We have access to capital and energy. It's an amazing part of the world, and all three nations will benefit by this increased dependence and cooperation between us all. One of the good things for the three of us is that with the three countries agreeing, it's not agreed to yet in Canada, but they will agree to it after President Trump signs it and sends it up. There'll be a 75% regional content required on automobiles. That's up from 62.5%. That's good news. That'll help U.S. manufacturers as well as Canadian and Mexico manufacturers. There'll be a new mandate to use North American steel and aluminum for automobiles. It'll strengthen the domestic economies of all three nations. It'll take time. This is not going to get rolled out in 2020 and come into immediate full-blown effect in 2021. It'll take years before all the details are understood, before all the implications and applications can be worked out. But in the end, it should prove to be a good thing for the economies. Now, I caution you, it's not all going to be as it's been advertised. It never is. I think there will certainly be improved efficiencies, that there'll be a reduction in redundancies, that we're going to see the digital aspects have a nice place in this new world where everything going digital versus the old methodologies of the old NAFTA. I think it's going to increase business certainty, which is certainly good for business. But what we're not going to find are some of the promises. Well, maybe they're not promises. Let's put them under the heading of projections. For instance, that the federal budget deficit would be cut by $3 billion through 2029. My response to that is, bet me. We hear that all the time. Whenever there's a new major piece of legislation, whenever there's a new major thing, it's going to reduce the budget deficit. It's going to reduce the federal deficit. And you know as well as I do, the deficit just keeps growing. We haven't seen it cut. We're not going to see it cut. We're just going to see it continue to be spent. So just kind of take that off the plate if you think that's a good reason to do this. It's not going to create probably as many jobs as they think. That's usually another overinflated number, but it will create some jobs. It'll create some opportunities. What we really need is some labor to fill those jobs, but that's a different discussion for a different day. Overall, do I like it? Yes. Is it perfect? No. But then again, show me a piece of legislation that is. Thank you. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.